Welcome to The Why. In our podcast, The Why, we're going to cover topics that are important to SAP customers and to our team. We want you to share this information internally. We want you to share this information outside of SAP Ariba. And we want you to be able to connect with other thought leaders in our business. For our first podcast of 2018 for The Why, we're going to be talking about our goals as a team, and we're going to be talking about our book, Conscious Leadership. As most everybody knows, as we started 2018, we've got a new president. And part of what Barry is helping drive is broader team collaboration across Ariba and across the cloud group, and certainly across SAP. We have a new team name, which is more focused on our network strategy, and our goals are really to drive the network strategy, drive digital transformation, drive the value of our suppliers across the business, as well as several other key initiatives like Ariba Pay, pricing, and as always, focused on employee talent development. Every year, we pick a book, and we look to learn from that book and learn both personally and professionally. This year, we chose the book Conscious Leadership. So hopefully everybody has had a chance to either get their copy of the book physically or the e-copy and has either read it or started to read it. We chose to use this book for the whole team because last year we introduced Conscious Leadership to my leadership team, and we practiced many of the habits that you see listed in the book. And joining me today to talk about the book and her People First team is Christine O'Shea. Christine, welcome to The Why.
Thank you, John. I'm excited to be here.
Fantastic. So take us back a little bit before we just jump into the book and tell us about why you were passionate about starting this team, why you decided to build this group, and what you're hoping to accomplish, not just this year, but broadly with our team.
Mm-hmm. Well, as we always do, I want to start off with our mission, our team's mission, which is helping people become the very best version of themselves. And it's a broad mission. It's a really broad mission, but it is truly our North Star, and it goes back to the reason why this team, the People First team, was created. A company is made of people, right? A company is made of people, and they are truly I like to say not the only asset we have, right? I mean, without our people, we wouldn't exist. Without our people, our customers wouldn't be coming to us. And what I love about this team is that this team is focused 100% on our people. Our metrics as a team are how engaged are our employees, how happy are our employees, right? How trustworthy are our leaders? So the reason for the creation of this team was we saw a need to dive deeper into how we could support our people, right? On a holistic level. So not just as a role, as like the role that they're performing and the function that they're performing, but truly mind, body, spirit, holistically as a person, how can we help them to thrive? Ultimately knowing that by investing in our people, it helps our customers to thrive and it helps our numbers to thrive, right? But that is the intention is our people are our greatest asset. How can we put the biggest investment in them?
Well, last year, the People First team really helped lead a lot of interesting and some pretty fun, activities, whether it was some of the Thrive programs, some of the development and training. Why don't you just highlight for us a few of the things that the team accomplished last year and maybe some of the things that you want to make sure everyone's aware of for this year?
Right. So you mentioned Thrive, so I'll just start off with that one. I'm really excited about Thrive because this is one where truly the people, the ambassadors, we call them Thrive ambassadors, they're like extensions of our team. They're the ones, right, who have created this and made it so alive and impactful. The purpose of Thrive was to invest in growing a culture in where people come first, right? So it really empowers and enables those ambassadors and even the people within the offices to create that culture, right? It's their culture. We're not, the 4 people on my team are not the ones that create the culture. The culture is created by every single person that comes into this organization. And so it's all about creating a healthy, happy, engaged, exciting environment. And what I love about Thrive is each office is uniquely different, and those ambassadors have identified with the people in those office what is uniquely needed to serve that team to thrive. So, one office, we may have a lot of engaging workshops about how to, happiness at work. Another office, we may have, a summer party, right, to help to alleviate, right, stress for that month. So that's one program that's been really successful, and we're looking to expand that for sure in 2018. So that goes a little bit to our plans for 2018. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's certainly fun to see some of the Thrive activities. I know you're in Prague actually this week, and the food festival, and just the amount of musicians that we have in our team. That, almost a mini battle of the bands. It was really, really fun to sort of see the people get out and share some of their passions.
Yeah, and it lets people to see each other as human beings, right? Like their manager may be going up on stage and playing the guitar, right? And it's like, I didn't even know that they played the guitar. And so it's about bonding. But each event's a little bit different, right? So it's like some are meant, to help to bond. Some are meant to help to learn and educate. Some are meant about, we had a whole passion project on mental illness, right? That was led by Carrie Zuzak. So it's like, that's what's really exciting about Thrive is it's dependent upon what's needed and the passions that those ambassadors have. So that's one event.
So should we expect more of Thrive in 2018? We're going to be thriving more?
The answer is yes. We're definitely continuing the program, expanding it, as I mentioned. What that expansion looks like, I'm not ready to share, but it will be expanding, and it will be growing and continuing. Another, just for the interest of time, I want to mention three more, two of them quickly, one of which we're going to lead in, one of which is the Work Exchange. We did a pilot, and it's a pilot because we're testing to see the impact and to see how it went. But what's exciting about this one is it affected those people that went, with 4 people that we sent from one country to another country to learn about the culture, to learn about the other teams. It impacted those 4 people really deeply, but as well, the teams that they went to visit and the team that they came back to and shared that knowledge. So that was one exciting thing that we did to help grow careers and also grow collaboration within the company. Will that be continuing in 2018? We don't know yet. So that is something, it was a pilot. We're going to look at what that could look like potentially in 2018. Another one, which I'm excited about, is we were able to invest heavily in our emerging talent. So we took basically 25 of our most passionate people in the organization and, like I said, invested heavily in them. We sent them to an external conference, which was all about leadership development. We had them paired up with a mentor and, to meet with that mentor on a regular basis to help to support their career growth. And we included them in a program, which I'll talk about next, which was the Conscious Leadership Program. So that's another program we did. And again, will that continue in 2018? Yes, but how will that look? We don't know exactly yet. So that's what we're working on as a team. And lastly, which is kind of what I think we'll talk about for sure, is we invested in a conscious leadership program. So we hired an external company who, wrote the book literally on conscious leadership. And all of the managers in your organization, in 2017 went through that program and are still, by the way, going through it because it's a 12-month program. It was not a checkbox activity where we just said you took a training, now you're done. We truly wanted to help people live this, right, and help them to learn how to live it. And all of our emerging talent went through that as well. So that's about shifting our perspectives, which I know we're going to talk a little bit about next.
Right. You were certainly not just a part of the group that helped select the book, but you really championed this book as our book for the year. Obviously, it fits into some of the principles that we believe in, some of the training, but I'm sure, the reason you championed it wasn't just because, we were already applying it. Just why don't you talk a little bit about why you felt like this was the book for us at this time, right? It's not just it's a great book, but it's got to be the right time, right, for us to invest in it as well.
So the reason why I was championing, that's a nice way to put it, this book for 2018, I have to start off with the fact that it's a personal impact. I mean, I personally have been living these principles and learning these principles for the past, let's say, 2 years, and I've seen the impact in my life. I've seen how it changes how I engage with my friends, my family, and my team members and my customers, who are all of the people in the organization. And I feel like we've had more effective discussions as a team. and more candid conversations. And we've been much more productive at getting things done, quite frankly, because we've been having more effective conversations, and there's no gossip, but we're actually just talking frankly with one another and having a different perspective and knowing we're not stuck in our one perspective. We're opening our minds to seeing that there's other perspectives. So that's the primary reason why I'm a big champion of the book and of the principles, is a personal impact. But the second reason is I believe in this work. I believe in shifting our perspective to life happening for us, and we're not at the effect of life, but truly life is happening for us, learning from every experience that we have. And I'm on a mission, quite frankly, and I'm on a mission to spread this work. And I really believe that it can fundamentally shift our culture as an organization. It can fundamentally shift how we engage with our customers, how we engage with one another. So you can probably hear it in my voice. I have a passion for this being a way in which our culture can shift to be even better. So
right. Yeah. So, we read the book last year, our leadership team, and certainly I think some of the managers did. Yeah. What should the team expect this year as far as carrying out some of those principles? So other than just reading the book and understanding it, how will the People First team help bring the book a little bit more to life, or help people practice some of the principles that are outlined in the book this year?
So that's a great question, and I actually want to go back to the previous one and answer something I didn't answer, which is, why is this the right time? And it's going to feed into the stuff that we can do for this year to support them learning the book. The reason I believe now is the right time is because the leadership has been introduced to the principles and are learning them and are knee deep or elbow deep, depending on where they are in the phase. Our leadership has gone through this. So the first thing I want to, for people hearing this, right, 120 people, right, have been swimming in the world of conscious leadership, and those have been all of the people managers in your organization last year, John, as well as emerging talent. So it's the right time because we have the right support structure for people to be able to engage in conversations and dialogue about it, in my opinion. And so what will we do to support the organization in actually learning these principles? We don't have a name for it yet. I'm calling it a quote unquote book club, but that's not really the right name, because a book club is pretty basic. But we're going to be offering regular tools. How regular are those? It could be as regular as weekly. It could be as irregular as monthly. That's probably a minimum of monthly, where we're going to be offering tools, right? Worksheets, sort of challenges, maybe like a gratitude challenge for 30 days. We're going to be offering challenges. We're going to be offering tools. We're going to be offering topic discussions where managers can bring it into their team meetings and say, hey, let's have a dialogue about this chapter, about this concept. We're going to be offering practices where people can actually live it and practice it. So we are going to be putting together a quote-unquote book club that will support the living of this. And I want to also say that we are going to be having an expert speaker, Deb Katz, who's a consultant for Conscious Leadership, come quarterly and do a live 1-hour talk, maybe 30 minutes talk, maybe 30 minutes Q&A, we don't know yet, about a different topic in the book. So there'll be a live engagement as well at that level. So those are some of the things. We're still working on it, but rest assured there will be a lot of engagement with the book and a lot of support for those people that want to actually dive deep.
That's fantastic. I certainly enjoyed reading it and absolutely have enjoyed the dialogue with Deb and having her, give advice and counsel on many of the principles. Mm-hmm. So what advice would you have for people as they dig in, to the conscious leadership topic for the first time?
The first thing that's coming to me is come with a curious mind. So there are some principles in this book that may be difficult for some people to digest, or it may be challenging a belief that they have. It may be challenging a long-standing belief that they have since adolescence, let's say. And so my advice would be have an open mind, be curious, and I like to say try it on for size. It's like you putting on a coat, right? And it's like, does that coat fit you perfectly? Like, you don't have to take everything in the book and say, it's my Bible, right? But you can say, what principles resonate with me? What makes, you know what I mean? And if it doesn't make sense, ask yourself, I wonder why that doesn't make sense to me. And challenge, right, those principles. We're going to hopefully have a forum too. You can challenge those principles in a forum. And so come with a curious mind. Be curious about the principles in the book. That's what I would say.
That's fantastic advice. I think our leadership team absolutely has seen the impact and the benefits of practicing some of the principles of conscious leadership. We certainly communicate differently. I believe we communicate better We know a lot more about each other. And then I think that extends outside of our team as well. These are things that you can use personally. You can use with our customers, just like you said at the very beginning. If we build our skills internally, it only helps us be better in the marketplace as well. So Christine, thank you very much for joining us today on The Why.
I'm so excited to talk to you and to talk about this topic, so thanks.
Thank you.
Our podcast, The Why, is put together by the People First team. We'll be producing The Why on a regular basis. If you have recommendations for topics, please contact the People First team. And please share this podcast with other members of our team or even outside our team. Thank you for listening to The Why.